If you just installed code blocks and opened it for the first time, this screen might look a little scary. You might be thinking, where do I even start? Don't worry, we're going to look at code blocks like we're looking at a new room. You don't need to understand everything in the room, you just need to know where the important things are. Let's start from the top. At the very top, you'll see the menu bar. You'll see things like File, Edit, View, Search, Project, Build, Debug, and more. You don't need to memorize these. For now, the File menu is especially important because this is where you can create, open, save, and manage your files. Just below that, you'll find the toolbar. You'll see lots of small icons. Some of them might look confusing right now. That's completely fine. As a beginner, there are only a few buttons you need to recognize. Save saves your work. Build prepares your C++ program to run and checks for problems. Run runs your program. We'll use these buttons constantly as we learn. Now let's move to the left side. This area is where code blocks can show your project and its files. Think of it like a file shelf. For example, you might eventually have something like text, my first project, sources, main.cpp. Here, my first project is the project. Sources contains your source code. And main.cpp is a C++ source file. When you click main.cpp, the code opens in the large area in the middle. And this large middle area is your code editor. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. It's basically your C++ writing area. Let's actually create a file. If you don't already have a C++ file open, go to File arrow, New arrow, Empty file. A blank editor will appear. That's your new file. Now let's save it. Go to File arrow, Save file as, choose the folder where you want to keep your C++ programs. Then give your file a name, for example, text main.cpp. The most important part here is the .cpp. That tells us we're creating a C++ source file. So don't accidentally save your file as textmain.tx. We want textmain.cp azure. Now we have a blank C++ file. Let's write something. Click inside the editor and type #include int main parents open brace std : cout then quote hello world quote semicolon return 0 semicolon close brace. Don't worry about understanding this code yet. We're going to learn every part of it later. For now, we're simply using it to understand how code blocks works. Now press Save. Next, we need to build the program. Click the Build button. Code blocks will take the C++ instructions you've written and compile them. If everything is okay, you'll see information in the bottom section. You might see something similar to text build, finished successfully. 0 errors, 0 warnings. That means code blocks didn't find a problem while building your program. Now comes the fun part. Click Run. Your program should open in a console window, and you should see text, Hello World. You just wrote and ran your first piece of C++ code. Now let's look at that bottom section again. This area is extremely useful because it can show us build messages, compiler errors, warnings, and other information. For example, if you accidentally make a mistake in your code, you might see something like text error, expected semicolon before right brace. Don't panic when you see messages like this. Errors are not your enemy. Errors are clues. They tell us that something needs to be fixed, and throughout this course, I'll show you how to understand these messages instead of being afraid of them. One more important thing, when you're working on a C++ program, save your file regularly. You don't want to spend 5 minutes writing code and then accidentally lose your work. So get into this habit. Write arrow, save arrow, build arrow, run arrow, check the result. That's going to become one of your basic programming routines. So here's your map. Project files on the left, code editor in the middle, toolbar and menus at the top, messages and build information at the bottom. Now open code blocks yourself. Create an empty file. Save it as text main.cp. Type the Hello World program, save it, build it, run it, and if you see text Hello World, congratulations. You've just taken your first real step into C++ programming. In the next lesson, we'll create our first proper C++ project and understand what a project actually contains.
Thanks for watching. You can watch our latest uploads. Want more of us? Don't forget to like and subscribe.